I just returned from an epic 2-week trip from California to Europe, and I brought along this Horizn Studios H5 Pro cabin luggage. They sent it to me to test out and make a video for, and it happened to align perfectly with this trip, which was really like an ultimate test. I'm gonna give you a full tour of the features of this suitcase, talk about some of the accessories that I used along with it that made the journey even better, and how it worked out for 2 weeks just using this suitcase and a backpack. The first thing that you notice when you start looking at these suitcases is just visually, they look premium. And it actually feels more premium in a lot of ways. Just the actual materials and then how it functions from the handle to the gliding of the wheels, which are pretty much silent. And speaking of the wheels, one of the really nice features of this suitcase, which you expect to have for a long time, is that the wheels on it are actually replaceable. You can see a little hex screw right in the bottom of each wheel. If a wheel does have an issue, you're able to remove that and replace it very easily. Taking a look at the outside, this is the night blue color. Here is the telescoping handle. It has the handle on top as well as on the sides, a TSA-approved locking mechanism, and you'll see on the opposite side of the handle are these little knobs here. And what that does is allow it to sit on the surface without tipping over. So it gives it a little bit of protection, which is really nice. Now we'll take a look on the inside. Everything glides really nicely as far as the zippers. And whenever I'm in a hotel, I will face the wheels towards me because of how this compartment opens. These are heavy duty compression straps. They're nice and wide. You have a compression flap here. And this opens up on each side, and this is a good spot for putting folded, laundered shirts or things that are flat to keep them organized. This opens this way, and you have this entire suitcase area. It does have two little compartments here that are zipper compartments, like the size of a credit card, and you can put jewelry in there or cards, money, just to keep it nice and organized. The next side has a mesh divider. This is the side that has the telescoping handle running through it, so you have to plan accordingly when you're packing, just like any other suitcase. There is a laundry bag that's stored right there. That's a zippered, nice laundry bag. And now that we're inside the bag, it's a good time to talk about the first kind of accessory that I use to help organize the packing, which is the Horizn packing cubes. Now these come in a set of 4, and they're designed to perfectly fit in different configurations inside these bags. So depending on what you are bringing, you're able to modularly pack. You can start with the biggest one. You can fit these all together in different configurations, leaving other area for smaller items. I like to use the long one on the side with the handles because that can kind of just fit in between the handles. You could even use 2 of those right there. But what these do is make packing so much easier because you can pack these bags separately, put them in here very easily without putting everything in individually, which saves you time. And then the best thing about packing cubes is that when you reach your hotel, you don't feel like you either need to live out of your suitcase or actually pick everything up, put it in a drawer or on a shelf so that you feel kind of like you're at home for a few days. You can just take these packing cubes, put them in the drawer, and open these up and just pull your clothes right out of there. It makes things so much easier to move around, stay organized. It doesn't feel like it takes you forever to pack because it doesn't. It's much faster, much more efficient, and much more organized. And then this is your compression flap. So if you were a little bit bulky on this side, it's your way to kind of make it all fit and still close without any problems. You just fasten this, and as you pull, it's sucking this whole flap down, keeping everything nice and flat. We are a carry-on, hand luggage only family when we travel, and with the Horizn H5, I was also able to pair this with the Horizn Sofo City backpack. And this combination allowed me to bring everything that I needed for the 2-week trip, doing laundry halfway through. This backpack was beyond my expectations in terms of the functionality features, what it fit, and how everything just worked. I'm gonna make a separate video about this to tell you about it because I'm pretty excited, but it fits right here on the carry-on, and you just feel like this combination is pretty unstoppable. Makes you feel like it should just be part of your family traveling with you. One thing to note about the sleekness of this suitcase and the size is that it's actually a little bit thinner than a standard size away carry-on bag. You can see when you look at them side by side that the Horizn bag is actually a little bit thinner this way. This Horizn bag is 36 liters. The away bag, I believe, is 39.8 liters. So a little less than 4 liters difference in the size. That's just something to keep in mind. I didn't have any issues packing everything in the Horizn bag. In fact, I really, really like the sleekness and the size. And I'm gonna tell you why. For one, this size bag is much less likely to get scrutinized by an airline. I do really like the slim, sleek feeling of maneuvering this suitcase. It just feels very maneuverable, and the slimmer design also fits much more easily in small compartments like on trains and on airplanes. It fits horizontally or vertically in the overhead bins. The emptied out bag weighs in at 3.3 kilograms. The other accessory that I tested out on the journey was this protective sleeve, which is basically like a protective raincoat for your bag. And on travel days, you simply slip it over the whole suitcase and you're able to fully travel. It's fully functional. You can't open your bag, but it's gonna protect it from getting any dings, or if it's raining a lot, it'll keep it dry. All of the handles are still fully functional, so you can grab those, but it really protects the entire bag from scratches or rain and comes right off. There's a lot of rain in Europe in the winter, and just by rolling the bag over the streets, there's a lot of splatter, a lot of splashes, and this kept the bag nice and clean. One big testament to me along our trip, we traveled on a German airline from California to Germany, and I haven't seen a whole lot of Horizn Studios suitcases around California yet, but what I saw was the crew, that a lot of them had Horizn Studio bags, and to me that's a big testament to how these bags are gonna hold up to daily travel with lots of abuse. That gives me a lot of confidence if the aircraft crew is using Horizn Studios bags. I really hope that this tour and little review of the H5 Pro from Horizn Studios was helpful for you to see exactly what it's like. I can tell you that I cannot wait to take another trip with this combination of this carry-on bag and this backpack, because for me, this just felt like it should when you travel. Nothing felt cumbersome. It all felt like it went together. Everything fit and everything was compartmentalized. It just made the trip better and everything felt premium. If you have any questions about any of these products, please reply in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. Or if you want a comparison between this bag, let me know.